In a small town in Nigeria, nestled between rolling hills and vibrant markets, lived a young girl named Ada. She was known for her bright smile and adventurous spirit. She was a liberal little girl who was friends with everyone, but she harbored a deep-seated fear of the dark. Every night, as shadows crept into her room, her imagination would conjure up frightening shapes and whispers that kept her wide awake. One sunny afternoon, Ada and her little sister, Zoe, finished school and headed home, laughter echoing through the corridors. But in the midst of their playful chatter, Zoe got distracted by a colorful butterfly that fluttered outside. While Ada chased after her, Zoe slipped away, darting back to the classroom to catch the enchanting creature. Unbeknownst to them, the school caretaker was locking up for the day. When Ada realized Zoe was missing, her heart raced. She sprinted back to the classroom, only to find the door shut tight. Panic gripped her as she knocked frantically. "Zoe! Are you in there?" Silence followed, broken only by the soft echo of her voice. The sun was beginning to dip below the horizon, casting long shadows that made the school look even more intimidating. As dusk settled in, Ada's fear of the dark clawed at her. The once familiar hallways seemed to stretch into an abyss. She thought of her sister alone in the classroom, and her fear morphed into determination. "I can't let her stay there," she whispered to herself, wiping away her tears. Summoning her courage, Ada remembered the stories her grandmother told her about bravery and the strength that comes from love. With a deep breath, she turned the doorknob, but it wouldn't budge. Desperate, she ran to the caretaker's house nearby. She pounded on the door until he finally answered, surprised to see a young girl trembling with urgency. "Please. My sister is locked inside the school," she pleaded, her voice trembling but resolute. Without a word, the caretaker followed her back. Together, they arrived at the classroom door. He unlocked it, and Ada burst in, her heart pounding with both fear and relief. There, in the corner, sat Zoe, eyes wide and glistening with tears. "Zoe!" Ada exclaimed, rushing to her sister and enveloping her in a tight embrace. Zoe clung to her, trembling. "I was scared, Ada. I thought I'd never get out," she cried. Ada held her tighter, her own fears momentarily forgotten. "I'm here now. You're safe." They left the classroom hand in hand, the darkness outside no longer as terrifying. As they walked home, the stars began to twinkle in the night sky. Ada looked up, and for the first time, she didn't feel afraid. Instead, she felt empowered. She realized that love could light even the darkest paths. From that night on, the dark held no power over Ada. Whenever she felt fear creeping in, she would remember the courage she found when rescuing Zoe. In the end, it wasn't just a lesson in bravery. It was a bond that made their sisterhood stronger than any shadow.